Once in a great while, we come across a game that moves us so emotionally, it brings us to tears. Friends, it's about that time again. No, you know what? It is that time again. For those of you who are new to the channel, I'd love to introduce myself. I'm Athena. It is so nice to see you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. And more importantly, thank you for being you. Jumping back into what you're all here for, and that is the video game, I got the chance to play Dordogne. And today I'm going to be giving you a review of my experience with the game. I will be showing actual gameplay footage without getting into the storyline itself, so no spoilers on the storyline. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm playing the game so you don't have to, or you'll really want to, and that's my hope. Dordogne is currently available on all platforms. I personally played on the PlayStation 5, but it is available on PC, it's available on Switch, it's available on the Xbox, so you get to choose where you want to play it. In Dordogne, we get the chance to play as Mimi, who is exploring and recollecting past memories, not only of their childhood, but also of their late grandmother. We get to explore this world in different timelines. Now, I know what you're thinking. Flipping through timelines is a pain in the butt and it gets really confusing. No, you're wrong. Not in Dordogne. This game is very linear and it makes it very easy to follow along and know exactly what's going on at every point in the game. Jumping into Dordogne, it had the perfect mix of parts of the game being voice acted and parts of the game being not voice acted. I actually really enjoyed this because I tend to prefer games being voice acted. I like to know what the characters sound like. It gives me ideas of who those characters actually are. Being only half voice acted, I was able to hear the characters, know what they sound like, so that when I was reading the dialogue, I knew who I was speaking for. Now, getting into some actual gameplay, I thought that Dordogne had a really unique way of interacting with certain items and objects around the game. Initially, I thought Dordogne was going to be all about walking around, gathering a few collectibles, exploring your surroundings, but I was very, very wrong and so pleasantly surprised with all of these other activities. It made the game feel so much more interactive, and they were a lot of fun to figure out. Another thing that is super unique to this game is that while you're doing some of these activities, you get to choose keywords that describe what you're feeling as Mimi at the time. Now, I know you all heard that keyword that I just said, and if you're anything like me, you latched onto the word collectibles like it is your lifeline. Yes, there absolutely are collectibles, and there are a lot of them, whether it's stickers, letters, words, sounds, or pictures. You have a lot to explore and you have a lot to collect. Finding the collectibles in this game was probably one of my favorite parts because it made me explore this beautiful world a little bit more and go to places that I probably never would have. Another really unique thing about Dordogne was the camera. While snooping around some drawers of our childhood bedroom, we find this old school Polaroid camera, and it gives us a really awesome twist on a normal camera mode that you see in a lot of games these days. If you've been paying attention to any of the gameplay that I've shown up to this point, you'll have noticed the unique style of this game. Each and every scene in Dordogne is hand water painted, which means this whole entire game is a literal work of art. Basically, what that means is wherever we pointed our camera, however we lined up our shot, there was no wrong answer. Every single photo that we took in this game turned out absolutely stunning, absolutely amazing, absolutely beautiful. There honestly are no other words that I can use to describe the photo mode in this game. It honestly made me really appreciate a photo mode in a game because it made me stop and experience the world that the devs have built for us. I feel like I keep talking about all of the cool things that Dordogne has to experience, and there are so many of them, but I'm about to go into another one. So I briefly touched on how there are a lot of collectibles that you can find throughout the game, but after each chapter, you can take those collectibles and make your own scrapbook page to kind of summarize what you experienced throughout that day in that chapter. So the words that you collect, the pictures that you take, the stickers that you find, you can put all into one page to have a reminder of everything that you went through for that day. Listen, I love scrapbooking, and this was the perfect way to end each chapter, in my opinion. Dordogne took my breath away in so many different avenues, from the different perspectives that you can play to the little details that they really knocked out of the park. For example, I picked a mug in one of the activities early on in the game, and then way later, like hours later, that mug showed up in a picnic that we were having. So just little things like that really amazed me. And I feel like I'm going to be talking about this game for a very long time. I'm going to be screaming from the top of rooftops that if you enjoy cozy games, this is absolutely one that you need to put to the top of your list. I may have left this for a little bit later on in the video, but I absolutely have to mention that there is a cat and you can befriend the cat. I repeat, you can become friends with the cat. Now, I know I've mentioned a lot of things that are going on with the game, but the most important part is the storyline. Since we don't have any memory of our past, we get to recount these memories in vivid detail as we are filling up our journal. I will say be prepared though, because as you're progressing through the storyline, it does get pretty emotional. Mimi's past is not perfect, and there are a lot of relationships that need to be restored. The ending absolutely had me in tears, but it was in a really good, reminiscent sort of way. Very quickly, I would like to talk about the trophies in Dordogne. I'm a PlayStation player, and that means I really like trophy hunting. I really like getting all of the achievements for the game, and that definitely wasn't lost on Dordogne. There are specific trophies in the game that require you to grab all of the collectibles, and if you've missed any during your playthrough, there is no way to go back and select a chapter and just grab the collectibles for that chapter. You have to start the whole entire game over. So is the platinum going to be easy? No, but is it obtainable? Absolutely. I was able to get through Dordogne in about 3.5 hours, and that was with me exploring and going around trying to get all of the collectibles, which I actually wasn't able to find all of them during my first playthrough. So it's not the longest game in the whole entire world, but if you're looking for a quick, cozy playthrough of something, Dordogne is the way to go. You are doing yourself a disservice by not owning this game. Well, that's it, friends. I hope this video helped encourage you to go out and get the game, or helped you decide that maybe this wasn't your cup of tea. Either way, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as it really helps my channel grow, and I really appreciate it, so thank you in advance. Until next time, friends, be kind, be safe, and remember, you matter.